This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Okay, what I want to talk about now is how the toxins come into the body. Okay, see, for good health, you need less toxins in and more toxins out. So so when we're talking about how the toxins get in, now the toxins will come in through the air you breathe, air or dust, if it's dirty air with materials in it, fumes and this type of stuff. That brings toxins up into your breathing, into your lungs, and then it's taken in by the blood and then is filtered like that. So in other words, if you're getting too many fumes or too many bad things coming in, it's taking away the oxygen that you have in your blood and it's replacing it with toxins. So so your lungs is one way the toxins come in. That's why it's good to not smoke, and it's good to have good fresh air when you breathe, and this way you're bringing this stuff in. And the proper way to breathe is through your nose, like through your nose, and you exhale through your mouth. And you do this while your lower abdomen comes out. You don't use your chest. You don't go like that. Your abdomen comes out. Your diaphragm drops. And what happens, your lungs fall downwards. And so then you're bringing in air through your nostrils, and as it comes through your nose, it puts humidity into the air. So it's not dry air, it's moist air. And then through your nose, it has a filter system. So it takes out some of the materials that are coming in. It filters that out. So and as you're breathing in, your lower stomach comes out. And what's happening is your diaphragm is dropping. And then when that comes down, see, at the bottom part of your lungs, it gets small. And if you notice, many times when people get lung cancer, it's always on the bottom ends. And now the Chinese say that's stale air. In other words, when you breathe from the top of your lungs, that small part of your lungs, the air doesn't really move. So, any solids, moisture, all that stuff stays right down there. But when your diaphragm drops, that bottom part of your lungs will move and move the air, and if there's any moisture, it'll move that. And then when you exhale, you're exhaling moisture from the lungs. So we want the moisture in the lungs when you breathe in to get to help clean the air. But at the same time, we want that moisture out. If it's too much moisture, is pneumonia. And I say that moisture starts coming into real fluid. When I got it with that caterpillar, and one of the symptoms that almost killed me was, like I say, I had pneumonia. And when I breathed, you can hear the bubbling in my lungs. You didn't need that thingy to listen. I mean, you could stand next to me and you could hear the bubbling in the lungs. My lungs filled with water. And so that's why when it comes to lungs, there's a certain way that you need to breathe. And the Chinese also say you can, when you see the old people that are getting ready to die, you watch, and what they say, the higher you breathe, the closer to death you are. So in other words, when you see someone that's going, they're breathing at the very top of their lungs, and they're getting close to death. And when you watch a newborn baby, the baby will lay there and you'll watch their stomach will be going up and down. I mean, they're at the beginning of their life, and so the stomach is going up and down. and the diaphragm is dropping. They're moving all of the air in the lungs, because this is how they're able to bring in oxygen and get out toxins when they're breathing outwards. That's air-based toxins, and that's through the lungs. Okay, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com.